Okay, so today we're going to be painting these golden apples. Let me show you. Over here, I took the reference photograph from my mother-in-law's yard. Once upon a time, there used to be hundreds of apple trees, and sadly, this is one of the few left. We'll be painting on Pastelmat paper. This is the Sienna colorway. I just got the paper from like a pad, 25 by 30 centimeters. And I'll be using a whole range of different pastels, which I'll talk you through as we go along. So if that sounds interesting to you and you want to learn a little bit with pastel, or if you just fancy painting along with me, then please do join. So let's get started on this one. Right, so I think first things first, I'm just going to place in where I want these apples to go within the composition. Let's put one here, then you've got a little John Doe over there, and let's have a look. This one can come a bit lower. Yeah, so I'm not following it exact, but I'm just, because I love this, see, so I'm really wanting to get that in. But I think actually I want to make this apple a bit bigger. I'm just sketching in with the Sennelier. I'm going to be using the portrait set, and I'm going to be using this set, Pastels à la Écru. Écru? I don't know if that's right. I'm so sorry, excuse my French. Anyway, and I am going to be using some. Now, this is Mount Vision. For the sky, it's blue, but I'm actually going to make it more of a purpley blue. Wondering why I'm doing that? Because there's yellow in here. So I'm wanting to work with more violets and yellows in this composition, because I just did a blue and yellow opposites. I thought it would be fun. Let's just see. So when you look at the sky, the most color is always at the top of the sky, and then as you come down towards the horizon, it becomes lighter in color. But let's just get a good amount of that on the paper. This number, by the way, is 522. Give that a good rub in. Can you see it's got more of a purple tone to it? It's still in the blue range, but possibly more blue violet. Then I'm going to use, whoopsie, going up in tonal value. So this is a bit lighter than the previous one we put down. And then I want that to come all the way, because I love the way it's sitting in this photograph. So, and then we'll make this dark green in here. Give that also a good rub into the paper. I'm pressing really hard when I'm rubbing now. I don't want to saturate the paper because I'm going to put all this foliage and bark, and I want to get the detail of the lichen in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over. I can still see some of the pastel mat underneath, as well as the drawing I did. So I've got to get some more of this over. That's fine. This is just our second layer, or third, I should say, on the top. I'm rubbing really hard. Oops. Okay. And then again, this is all Unison, Mount Vision I'm using in the background. And then this is a very pale blue that I am using here. I don't want my background to all be one color. I mean, you can see in the reference photo that is pretty blue up until about there, but I'm actually bringing the transition higher up on this one, on my actual painting. I want the focus to be the apples rather than the sky. Right. So there we go. I think let's say sky is in. Now let's put in some of this dark foliage we see down here. This is sadly is my last little bit of Sennelier 179. It's black green. If I'm going to do foliage, that is what I use. Okay, shall we get the stalk in? So as you can see, from here to here, there's quite a distance. In my piece, I'm making that much shorter. Okay, but I still want to keep this gnarly look in here. There's one branch. It's not dark enough. That looks pretty dark. That is Sennelier 1901. But can you see we're needing something much darker on the one side, because the light is hitting here, but where it's in shadow, it definitely needs to be darker. And I like this gnarly little bit coming off into there. Because interesting, I did not put that much pastel down, so I thought that would easily go over the top there, but it is not. So shall we come in with some Terry Ludwig's, the extra darks, and see if these bad boys can get me a little bit more. Oh no. It doesn't have to be perfect because we want it to look all gnarly. That is what we love, or I love about this. Before I carry on with these, I've got to get the foliage in, because the foliage sits behind this. But over here, we can definitely get some of that in. I'm just so surprised it's not as dark as I would like it. I need like a rich brown. Just having a little hunt in my Sennelier for a rich brown. That's got quite a lot of red in. This one also, but I could bring some of that over here. But here's like, oh, so sad. Let's try again with him, shall we? Maybe we just had a bit of hard pigment. Wow. It's mixing so much with what's underneath there. That's okay. So before we start with the leaves, you've got to get the branches in. I'm just making train track kind of strokes. I'm not putting in a straight line. I'm just making track marks. It's the only way I can sort of describe it. And I'm pressing hard. I'm pressing hard. Okay, now I just hope that lichen is going to go over there. Okay, let's get some little leaves in, shall we? Oh, let's see. This is also from the portrait set of Sennelier, number 212. I think we need to get just a little, I just want to see if this paper is going to play nice. I'm making little dotty sort of marks just where the light is catching that lichen on the, I was going to say bench, but you know, on the branch. A little bit here, and then let's put in some trees. So the sun is hitting beautifully in there, but let's just go in. Oh, I found another little piece of 179. I'm just looking at where the darks fall on the leaf. The leaves, I should say. Oh, don't lose that, it's gold. Oh, look at that, it snapped off. Seriously. Oh. Rescued. Okay. Just having a look for, this is lovely, I love the screen. It's 211 Sennelier. There's quite a lot of yellow green. Can you see that in there? Because the sun is just catching. I'll tell you what, I think I made a little mistake of going a bit ham with the blue sky, and I thought Mount Vision's a little bit harder, so I thought it would have worked, but look at that, it's not. So this is a beautiful Sennelier, and there's a thin little duck over there, and then this kind of goes up like that, and then that like that. Gonna stroke back into this leaf. So actually I should have put this leaf in first because it's actually sitting behind. Never mind, eh? Never mind. Maybe a bit more there. I love this. I'm going to use I want a nice goldy brown, and that is sitting up in there. I need a lighter value than this one. I think I may have to get out. Maybe the Out Spectrum Extra Soft has something lighter for me. Can you see there's a glow on that leaf? No, that's too green. I need something with a little bit more yellow in it. Just excuse me while I get my Unison's yellow green earths out, because they are brilliant for the yellow greens. Look at that. So I might just put a little bit of this and a bit of that here, there and everywhere. Need something darker in there because that I lost my dark. That's okay, we just put it back in, no problem. Then here, needing yellow. Okay, so he tips. And then I may go over with a little bit of blue, just because that is, can you see it's, I've gone wrong with the shape there, because that definitely has a sharp point on there. Like a yellow. So it's like razor blades and then it kind of shoots off like that. So let's get a little bit of this up here where I put that green, and let's hope that will make it disappear and we can fix our mistake. Okay, then I want even more yellow to show. I wonder if I should just put in some yellow and then it can mix with the green underneath. Got another leaf coming out here, but it looks quite dunk, so I'm going to make it come down a bit so that it doesn't look so, you know, it might just translate as looking a bit odd. It's a lovely glow there, a little bit of glow underneath. Then we've got that sun hitting over there, so let's get a lovely, I'm gonna have to, that's gone too far, just bring that back up. Okay, what about this little guy? Can you see on the sides this, I think actually let's get a little bit more, I need some darks in there. Shall we go back to my trusted just to get the darkness of that stem in. Okay, let's take gosh, I think it's this pastel. It's obviously got a lot of pigment grit in it. This is not dark enough, I don't think, no. So it's not playing nice. What about this brown? It's a little bit better, isn't it? Then let's glow here a little bit. But where that light is catching. A little bit of this there and here. I think we need to get more barkage in here, more foliage. It's looking a little bit sparse. It's also got some beautiful yellow literally glowing through there. It's all a bit gnarly. Okay. Okay. A little bit of this here and there. Definitely some of it here. And on this little guy. This goes up a bit more. And this needs some more dark. It's not dark enough, this guy. Okay. Let's put a bit of cooler blue. That's just to hint a bit at some of these leaves that are a little bit in shadow. Righty-ho. Shall we move on to our doodah? Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get that roughly the size that I want so that I can see where things need to go. So for this guy, We definitely don't want him looking, needs to be different. That's nice, and he's got a very round bit over there. We don't want him to be flat. Very important. Okay. Okay. Need something a little bit darker. Looking like an orange. Yes, he is, but I don't want this shadow part to look dull, dead, oops, and flat. That's really important. So we're building up. I thought, let me put a nice ochre colours on there. Ochre browns, because you can see there's a glow coming through there. A bit warmer, something with a bit more purple sort of tint to it over here. Yeah. Okay. And then I think we need to go in with some nice dark yellow. Shall we see if Sennelier's got it for me? Got what I'm looking for. Maybe. No. Nope. Maybe this one. Come on, Golden Deliciouses. Golden Deliciouses. I don't know if that's what they are, but just wanting to put in that side, the side that the sun is catching. It's just a Sennelier. It is 6:04. I need to go wash my hands actually. So this is from the portrait set, and it is number 478. I'm wanting to put some purple amongst the shadows of these leaves, particularly up in here, because the sun is literally shining directly on here. So shall we just put a little bit of one in there? Maybe that's a good idea. Because this is going to come off the page actually. That one come off the page. Then in here there's little bits of brown. So just showing a little bit of that. I've come away I've had a little break, which is always helpful. We need some vibrant green in there. This is like lime green. This will also work really nicely with the purple. In this one, this little leafy in here that I should have put in before I put the stem. Silly me. And you can actually see the stem is catching the light on that one side. Let's do the under part of the stem too. Actually, let's try a little bit more of a dark greeny yellow. Not happy with that. Okay, where's this beautiful green? So this green that I'm using is Sennelier 205. That's zhuzhing it up a little bit. I don't want, in the leaves, I'm wanting some hard edges and some out of focus edges. I'm wanting a mixture of both. I'm so sorry. I can't wait until my voice is normal. Unison Yellow Green Earth 4. Just a little bit of that in here. Let's use a little bit. We need to put a few little stems in here and there so that we are, attaching the leaves to something. Back in with our 205 because I can see a little bit of that in there. And over here, 179. Look at that little tiny little crumb. This one needs, I know what it needs. I'm going to, this is Sennelier number 232. Look at that. That is lime-o, lime, bright yellow green. Finding a sharp edge. Or I'm going to go back over with this colour in there, but for now Again, some of these marks that I'm putting in I feel are too harsh. So I'm just looking around and softening a bit here and there. I think what I'm going to do with this beautiful color, I wanted to check, it's from the portrait set. I just want to check that I have got the exact right color. I think it's indigo, and I actually think it's number 412, but it's a beautiful dark purple, and it's just, oh no, don't crush on me. Oh, that's completely crushed. Anyway, I will use every last scrap because this is a stunning color. So, just wanting to darken that stem up a little bit. This gnarly little stem, this purple. Oh wow, that's gorgeous. Gonna have to get a nice big stick of that. 412. Now I can see quite like, just don't know whether I should just go with the yellows or for a little bit of variation go in with sort of more blue, like green, blue, turquoise, I suppose, just for a little bit of variation in these leaves. I actually think I want some of this brown in here and a bit of that in there. This is Yellow Green 9 by Unison. Oh dear. If you're going to get your finger in the background, make sure it's a clean finger now. Just getting, I don't have my damp cup with me. So I'm just quickly going to, oh, and I've just found another crumb of that beautiful purple. Golly, it's obviously a very, very soft pigment, that one, but it is a beaut. Can see myself using that color a lot. Isn't that great? So you get a little set like these Sennelier. There's 40 colors in here. This is the portrait set. And then you can make little discoveries like that little discovery there. What a treasure that dark purple is. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, it's that dark purple I've used in here that crumbed everywhere. Just fixing up a little bit in here. Okay, Minoki. Okay. I'm not looking for perfection. Got to get some of these dark leaves in now. Trying to find. Right, so it's pretty dark in there. So if I had to do this again, I actually wouldn't have brought, I would have tried, I don't know, maybe I needed a lighter hand. I'm just surprised that these aren't going over the background. You know, can you see it's whitening in there, which isn't a bad thing. But for a few spots that I want really dark, it's not great. Like this needs to be very dark in under there, because no sunshine's getting there because of that apple. That was 179. They had a little piece in the set. Yay. in the portrait set. Rubbing that in. Okay. So I'll fix, obviously don't worry about this line. I'll fix that. First I just want to get this leaf in here. So I'm going over, look at that. Oh, what a beaut. Look, it's almost as dark as, like, you know, Terry Ludwig, except it's far easier to get here in the UK than Terry Ludwig, because yeah, I've moaned about that several times, so I won't go into that now. But oh yes, lovely jubbly. Okay, so then we've got this going here. And so I'm just using the side of the pastel. This is a little speck of Sennelier. Sorry, I don't know the name of this one. That's why I try and keep my wrappers, but you know how it goes. You paint with them and then you lose them. So I think over here, just want to get this edge in. Look how lovely. And in here, because that is popping. I'll have to get that little guy in also. Maybe I should do him first. But let's just have a look. You've got some veins. Veins. Need a little bit of a cooler green over here. Because this is actually where the sun is hitting. So I'm wanting even brighter than that. But I need a soft pastel to be able to do that. Let's see, will this do it for us? Let's see. Possibly, maybe. I might use a little bit of that in there. It's the lichen. It's not a... Just kind of moving that on the top where the sun is hitting. Again, that's also from the portrait set. Going in with the new discovered makes my heart skip a beat. Glorious purple. This is it's got so much hard pigment you can't actually get a mark in there. What about this nice purpley brown? Should we try that one? Just for a little bit of variation in the stalk. So the colors aren't all, you know, it's not just 3 colors, just bringing in some more colors. And there's a purpleness to this, like a purpley red. Okay, I'm just having a look, and I think maybe we should get this little guy in. Oh, we need to get this in here. So let's go in with some greens, and let's go in with some sky. And over there I'll just, I need to go clean my hand, because, you know, if you get that onto there, it's just going to muddy it up, and it's just a bad idea. Okay, so let's rub that in. I don't mind if there's a little bit of yellowing down towards the bottom of the sky, because you'll see that does happen anyway naturally also. So I'm okay with that. So because I'm up on the wall here, I'm not on an easel, I can't actually tap my painting to get rid of the fallout. Okay, I'm quite happy with that. Maybe just bring a little bit of that blue in here. I like my edges to be, well, depending I suppose, but I want the edge of this to be happy and neat, because I really want this sunshine hitting to make a striking impact. So yeah. Okay, Minoki Padoki. Okay, don't know what I'm singing about. Again, I don't want so many harsh lines. Just want to, I still want hard edges, but not as much as this. Okay, I need to sharpen that off a little bit like that. Okay. Okay, let's carry on putting in foliage down here. Okay. So this is just Unison. This is yellow green earth 10. Sorry, I was having brain fart there for a minute. This leaf is just me, but I'm happy with that, so I don't want to change that too much. Okay, then in there, there's a little bit of stuff going on in there. Technical term, that is. Yellow green earth 18. And I want to bring there's actually a stem in here. Do I want to bring that in? Do I? Yeah. Let's bring that in. So that we can put our little leaf hookies on. because I'm going to do one there and one there. Might even go a little bit more browny yellow. No, I need something a bit darker. This is also from the Sennelier, whatchamacallits. Oh, sorry, I lost my brains. Sorry, they've just disappeared off the face of the planet. Off my Sennelier portrait set. Oh my goodness, sorry. I'm thinking. I'm thinking about what I'm doing. Sorry, so hence me not making any sense whatsoever. Okay. Yeah, I can't get any of that. Let's get the dark guy in now. And let's go in with this. You can see a little bit of his bum. Sorry, I don't know why I said bum. A little bit of the bottom, I suppose. There we go. The bottom, not the bum. And while I've got that, I'm just sort of adding that in there too. Okay, then a leaf's going to go over here. And there's a beautiful sunlight coming in there. And there's a little leaf's going to go in there too. Okay. Just putting a bit of that over there. Okay. So that was Unison Yellow Green Earth 12. We can go up a value here a little bit. I can see a bit of a green tinge, and I want to bring that green just to mix a little bit here as well. And I can see a little bit of that in there. It's quite dark, isn't it? It's quite dark down here, so we need to find something that is darker. This is a good yellow, just for the edges. Scuffling that over, scuffling it over here too, and in here. A little bit of here where it's a bit more shadowy. This is a Mount Vision 271 portrait set, Sennelier. This might have too much green in it for over there. Can you see that? I'm looking for a yellow with more orange in it, but still needs to be yellow. Just cleaning off a pastel here for this bright part in here. It's glowing, so let's leave that. Get my finger in here. So I want to smooth that out and mix a little bit more. Okay, then we can go over, this is a Mount Vision, and just go over this whole section. Oops, I've just made the light. Don't want it in there, so I'm going to have to come in with my, come in with my stem and then just go over that a bit more, like that. The light is hitting here and in here and over here and in there. I'm not sure what colour that is because I don't have any paper on there, sorry about that. Okay, then we're going to do a little leafy over here. So I've made him bigger than what he is there, but it's no big deal. Just going to add a bit more of our purple over there and a little bit more here. And actually in there, and then I'm going to have to fix that edge. Can you see I've gone, but obviously this apple is sitting on top of, so I need to bring that round again, just like that. Angle my body in all the strange ways to make sure that you get it in right. Okay, I'm actually going to use that colour again and just fix here. Okay. They kind of look like not plums, what you call it? Pears, don't they? This is wrong. Get rid of that. Need a little bit more shadow around there. So it's a bit more round. Okay. Need to smudge this over so that the contrast isn't as stark. There, it's a bit better. And same for here, just this part. Right. Now let's, don't know if I want to put a leaf over that. Yeah, I think we do, don't we? We need a little bit of something over there, don't we? But you know this, you always think, oh, I'm going to cock it up. Right, let's take, I mean, because that is pretty dark here. That was a beautiful colour that I've fallen in love with. 412. Love you. And let's get a little bit of that turquoisey colour. No, let's first go in with this one. It's quite an odd shape on here. And there's like browny leafy parts. So this is all a bit closer together than in the reference, as I mentioned. Oh man. I need to little blob of green there and here. Need some more like yellow greens, like on this little corner here and just under here. Okay, then we can, let's start to create this leaf over here. So this is going to be a detailed leaf. We've got, I think we're going to need to go darker. Look at that. That's just going to crumble to nothing. Shall I try use it? Shall we see? Well, I feel glad I used a crumb. Make use of every little bit. Oh my gosh, literally when I'm trying to pick it out of its place here, it's literally just crumbling. Very soft pigment. Okay. Trying to get me a 179. Here it is. Okay. Then also need some 179 in this little leaf over here. Alright. I'm just having a look around for some nice bright greens. Again, greens on this side in this leaf with more yellow content. I'm going to put some of this sort of browny, using from the Sennelier portrait set. Again, I feel like I need more of a yellow, like a dark yellow, just up in here. Doesn't have to be exact. I'm not replicating exactly what's happening inside this photo reference. Okay, So need to go for greens. That have more blue content in. Because these are more in shadow. So that's why I'm doing that. Let's have a look here. I see a kick there and here. I think a little bit more dark. And then this one too. I'm not really following this exactly. I'm just now kind of trying to let the painting talk to me. Oh my gosh, that sounds so strange. I am trying to see what it needs. Like this is looking too much like a block. Like we don't really know what's going on in there. So I'm going to try turn this leaf over a little bit and get that a bit into there. And maybe a little bit of something behind there. Okay, you know what I do need in my collection is some more kind of bluey greens. What's going in there? Okay, so this needs some that is actually behind. Okay, so there's looking like there's a hedge behind here, which there is. But do you see how straight that line is? But something in it, I'm like, it looks like I'm in the French, where they keep in Versailles, where they got the beautiful hedges. So part of me is like, I'm sort of liking that. So I might just leave that. But this guy, I think he needs to be more pointy. And so does he. Right, then this one. What's going on behind here? That's what I'm not too sure about. Because I'm going to put a peaking guy in there, but I think maybe some more dark here. Really is mixing with and that looks like bush, that's fine. Okay, where is our beauty? Want that to go off a little bit. I'm not going to do 2 stems in there. Okay, okay, a little bit more. Oh, a little brownie. And then, yeah, a little bit of, now that's in the sunshine, so we need some sunshine lichen going on there. Lichen, Lucan. Sorry, some lichen. Okay. Just darkening up some parts of this leaf with the trusty newbie. He's obviously not a newbie, but to me he is, so that's his name, the newbie. Okay. And here, put a little bit of that. Okay. Right. So this lichen, what colour? Shall we go in with this one here? Need dark in there. It's too light. Nope, not working. This bad boy is the one. I shouldn't say bad boy, should I? I don't know why I say that all the time, but anyway. That one. Actually, is this going to work? It's too fat. I don't like the shape of this. So I want to correct in here. So, is it going to make a messy mess? Don't know. Did it? Actually, might just bring a little bit of the sky colour into some of the painting. Okay, there's a bit too much of a blob going on there, blobby blobs. Okay, I need to step back and have a look and see what's what and what's happening. Actually, where's that beautiful yellow? My Sennelier yellow, because that, here it is. Okay, so just need to fix in there because I can still see some of the painting that's lying underneath. So need to go behind. We should have done our Joe blobs first at the back there, but this is what you do when you're not thinking straight, isn't it? Oh dear, no. Need something a bit like this. Okay, Joe blobs. What a chop. Anyway, it's gonna work, she says adamantly. Please work. Okay. Oh yeah, that's what I needed to do, and that's why I washed my hands. Oh, Candy. See, I don't know what's going on. Okay. Sorry. Right, we need to go in because I can still see the marks from the drawing I had underneath. So I need to make sure that is all covered up. Go in with our lighter blue, just cleaning it off. Because if you've got dirty pastels, you definitely don't want to be getting the dirt on there. Especially when you're correcting, like what I'm doing here. Okay, Minoki. I'm going to bring in a little bit of this yellow green from Unison, yellow green 12 that I've been using. Just a little bit here. Okay, and then we will go in with this sort of buttermilky colour from Mount Vision. I'm going to go back over Do Not Panic and fix that. And then lastly, going to go in with this beauty, Sennelier. What a clever company. Gosh, they make such stunning colours. I love them. 604. It's probably titanium yellow or something like that. Okay, let's just go in, clean. I'm giving it a good old clean because now we're working on the edge where that sun is literally hitting the golden apple. So definitely I don't want any, you know what, this is such a little crumb. It's actually quite hard to work with. Look at that nice sharp edge we got there. And I'm turning my body right now just to get that edge in. And then I'm going to come back over this one. That goes a bit too thick over there. It does go all the way here, that edge. And this edge also, but thin. Goes all the way there. Just going to put, you know what I might do? I might, over here where these two are meeting, I might actually go in with white. Because that is super, oh my gosh, what is this? I don't know, but it looks nice and sharp. Let's go in with that. I blew on my pastel. Yes, I did. Don't do that. Don't blow on your pastel, but I had to. And then I cough. I wish I could bang it, but I really can't. So just fixing up, watching my edges here, because that is really important. Especially because we've got this beautiful blue sky behind here. And there's a bit of a gradation here. Maybe I'll get a little bit more of this yellow, this buttermilky yellow, and scuffle that over. Definitely looks like it's sitting behind. However, I feel it's got more yellow in it. put a little bit. That's good. I might put a little bit of white here too. Can you see? It's really light over there. And again, gonna go over this edge. With a hand as sturdy as I can muster. And I'm actually gonna go over this edge too. There we go. Happy campers. Gonna put a little bit of this over here. And I'm just going to get some variation of green, even though it is really dark in there. It's looking too much same. So just a bit of 463 in there. And this is, we're going to treat this as that is the background, kind of the first layer on top of the sky. So I'm not planning on detail at all. I'm literally just wanting to get a variation of greens in there. That is my goal. That is as exciting as it gets back there. And I'm just using a mixture of Sennelier greens, just for variety. I don't know what's going on in there. Might need to address that, hey? It's just this part I don't really like. I think we need to go in with something a little bit darker. And in that, I'm trying to decide if I want this leaf under or over or what. I think let's just do that. Then I can come in with a little bit of this here. Okay, over here is a bit weird. Maybe there should be a little bright leaf going. Oops, just like, needs to be a little bit darker. Though, so let's get Unison Yellow Green Earth 18. So a bit of this, bit of that. And then we can, that's in the shadow. There might be hints of light coming over there. That needs to be darker. Where's our 179? And, oh, in there, a little bit darker. Boo-hoo. Okay, maybe I can make my own 179, hey? Just having a little look. Quite like this hedgy thing that's going on there. and I'm going to just have a look at my lichen, and I think let's put a few little dotties where it is really bright. Maybe some, this is a bit too green, but here we have a Sennelier 208. I can just see and a bit of that here. Where we put there. Then put a little bit of this bit of here and there. Maybe a bit over that branch. Then again in there. 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 There we go. And something. Do you think we need to bring a little bit more of these darks up, maybe? And then just a pop of variation like that, and maybe pop that color a little bit there and in there. And there you have it. Look, I always do that. But this is my ending. And then it's like, no, it's not. Right. And there you have it. Grandma's, hold on. See this little something is happening down there that I don't like. So let's get a sharp edge of 463. Nothing. And get rid of, I don't know what that's doing there. Oops. Whoopsie. I have to go back in with Yellow Green Earth 12 from Unison and just tidy that up. I wonder if this edge here needs to be a little bit darker to pop out from these leaves under here, and it most certainly does. So here's a nice sharp bit of Yellow Green 18. Gonna glaze that over. There we go. Maybe take a bit of that in here. So, I told you it was not goodbye, but I wanted to get a little bit more of this color in here, just to break it up a little bit. There we go. And I think we do need another kind of green in there. And I'm just having a little look around. There we go. That is now complete.